Only have frozen? Interesting. Anyway, hello everyone, this is Aether Nightmare, and welcome back to Genshin Impact, session number 33. I gotta remember to start saying what session I'm on, in order to help me keep track of these videos. Since last time, I have been working on a new main 4, since I maxed out some friendship, and we have Bennett, Ganyu, Chongyun, and Xingqiu. So, since last time I have primarily been working on these characters, and as you can see, level 70 weapon, level 70 character, level 70 weapon. He is almost ready to ascend. I'm like one ocean away. I'll do that later. Chongyun, almost up to 80. Ganyu, still going strong. Bennett has a ways to go, but his weapon is top-notch. So, and I've been working on his talents a little bit too. He's got a ways to go with those, but you know, I can only farm so many books a day. And everybody else, I have not really been working on. So, we are making progress, but what are we doing today? Today we have a couple quests. First one to start with is Vishaps and where to find them. This one, I don't know if I will be able to complete it because I only have 4 days remaining, so I'll probably be able to start it at the very least, but considering the amount of time I've had to play the game recently, if it's something that I need to do every single day, I'm not probably going to have the time, but talk to Catherine in Liyue Harbor. Recently, a lot of unusual phenomena have been occurring all over Liyue. According to some, they may be related to the monster depicted in ancient texts, the Geo-Vishap. Catherine of Liyue Harbor's Adventurer Guild posted an urgent commission calling adventurers to investigate the irregularities. So we specifically need to talk to Liyue Catherine, and as a result, I have not been to Liyue in several days. Because like I said, I didn't want to accidentally trigger this. In hindsight, I probably should have triggered it in my own time. And just fused it into the Hu Tao episode, but hindsight... Ad Astra Abyssos. Welcome, adventurer. I've been waiting for your arrival. Have you been well, Catherine? Thank you for your concern. I am fine. However, the Guild is facing yet another emergency. In the past few days, the Adventurers Guild has received many eyewitness reports of Geo-Vishaps. Up till recently, the only known Geo-Vishap sightings were those recorded in ancient texts. No one knows why they are suddenly making an appearance now. They look quite similar to Geo-Vishap hatchlings, but they're very aggressive and possess far more destructive power. During this time, many people were heading out to remote locations to sightsee and release lanterns. If they were to run into a Geo-Vishap, the consequences would be dire indeed. Unfortunately for us, many adventurers have now gone to see their families and friends. As such, we are currently experiencing a severe shortage in staff. Have you tried asking the Lilith? Can we call for reinforcements from the other guild branches? Unfortunately, the situation in other branches is somewhat complicated. We've received some backup, but it is far from enough. Considering your excellent performance recently, I feel you are the only sensible choice for solving this particular issue. Fair enough, since it's an emergency. What do you need me to do? Thank you for agreeing to help. First, we need you to follow the trail of Geo-Vishaps and ascertain their whereabouts. I'm sure you're familiar with the Guild's expedition system. I have organized the leads we have regarding the Geo-Vishaps into a similar format. Time is against us, so let's have a look. Okay. Geo-Vishaps and where to find them ends in 3 days. Dispatch character on an expedition. Okay, then. Well, these are complete, so I'm just gonna... I specifically set these for less time today, just because I figured I might need characters to dispatch, and I know that there's an expedition limit. So, let's see. Vishaps and where to find them. BBBSA. 10 hours. Oh! You get really good stuff, and I've been missing out on it. Oh, can I go down to S, please? Thank you. 20 Prima Gems and 4 books. seem to emerge around these parts and could impose injuries and whatnot. Yeah, BBBAS. 2+ requires 2 people. Carapace and bone shards are excellent material for forging weapons and armor. I wonder if I can still use the characters that I set out. Oh, these all have bonuses. So let's go with Kaya. And, oh, you can bring a friend for support? That's interesting. Hersey. I don't know if it makes a difference. Bonus reward chance plus 36? Plus 48. Oh, I see. The bonus is the books. I see. Requires 2+. I'll begin investigating with this team. So that's good. Let's go to... Nope. I guess the geovishaps are only in Mondstadt. What do we have in... I press left and it goes right. Give me a minute. There we go. 15. Ooh, ongoing investigations. Let's do Beto and... How many do I need for this one? Or can I begin the investigation with just one? Requires 2+. Okay. Beta and I guess Lisa. Begin. I don't know what difference this makes, but okay. I could do more for a higher chance, as well as a friend's, but Can I still use characters that are out on an expedition? That's the other question. The more characters you have, it seems like the better chance you have at actually getting something. So, Ningguang, Amber. Yeah, 9 hours. Oof. Let's see. These are... Where's my cursor? Okay. I do need them balls. I'll do Mora. Noelle. And... maybe Barbara? Cool. Remaining investigations today, 0 out of 4. Okay, I can only do so one at a time. The key difference between these expeditions and the normal ones is that the Guild has already conducted some preliminary investigations. If we act on the information we've already gathered, we should be able to dramatically improve the efficiency of our work. The Guild will rank these expeditions based on the time required and the amount of risk involved. The higher the level, the greater reward. We amass the intelligence gathered from these leads. I am confident we'll be able to pinpoint the whereabouts of the geovishaps. Then we take them out, I presume? Indeed. One other thing. I will update the available intelligence daily. In the meantime, I will do all that I can to support you and your friends as you investigate. On that note, I shall leave the geovishap investigation to you. Good luck. Ad Astra Abyssosque. Okay. That part is complete. I've been missing out on materials though. Oh my god. That's it for that, I guess. Events. Vishaps and where to find them. Ninja's Guild is busy collecting information on dangerous geovishaps activity in recent days. Catherine of Leeway Harbor is commissioning ventures to investigate further. Yep. That's it for that. What is the support record? It still has a little red marker next to it, so I'm curious what else it wants. Nothing, I guess. So... I just don't see what else it needs from me. Maybe I can't do any more for 10 hours. That's a lot of, like, a big whoosh every single time. So next up is Papilio Charontis chapter, Hu Tao's story quest. The spear opens the path to the afterlife, and the butterflies bridge this world and the next. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has overseen countless funerals for Liwei's residents in its time, guiding people along the final journey they shall embark in this realm. Yes, the current guide does uphold the solemn tradition in a somewhat unorthodox fashion, but fear not. No matter what your background might be, she's passionate about ensuring that every client receives the send-off they deserve. So, let us unlock Hu Tao. Cool. And now it should be under quests. Yet the butterfly flutters away, the mysterious Wangsheng Parlor. Your adventure takes you to Wangwu Hill, where Paimon senses that something is amiss. Okay, that is the kind of dark place where the ghosts were. Oh yeah, over here by Oceanid. You know, that thing I need to finish. Speaking of. I know you're minding your own business, but... Oh, she's standing in a puddle, so I'm getting frozen status on her. Okay, you want to go back and forth with these because they do shoot little pellets. She only really teleports if you get close to her, so... Originally, this crystal was here last time I fought her, and she was standing right next to it and causing electro damage to herself. So those damage enemies. It's gonna be up top, above me. A touch of frost. Slimes.
Access denied.
So let us get up top. Yeah, I remember this is where we had some ghosts previously in the story. Doggone it, gun you. Climb. Climb, goat waifu, climb. Even though she's technically not a goat, whatever. And apparently I got it backwards. Originally, I theorized that Hu Tao was going to be a 4-star, while Rosaria was going to be a 5-star, and I got that completely backwards. But hey, I was basing it off of character design, so it was my own personal theory. I knew she was coming into the game, but I couldn't talk about her, so we can finally stop calling her redacted. Yeah, here we go. It's all spooky here.
Why did we come here? Paimon's got a bad feeling about this. Not that Paimon's scared or anything, just, concerned for your safety.
Sure.
It's just that this is how lots of scary stories go. You're in an empty place, in the middle of nowhere, there's barely any light, and then just when you least expect it, a stranger comes out of...
And here she comes, I bet. Oh, or someone else. The Undertaker of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, Meng.
Quick, do something!
Didn't you say you weren't scared?
Paimon's intuition says that anyone we run into here is going to be far from normal.
The squirrel takes this exact moment to go by. Danger squirrel, danger squirrel.
If he gets us, he's gonna eat Paimon for sure.
Who are you?
I'm a traveler. I came from beyond the heavens.
Beyond the heavens? A strange way of putting it. Don't try to scare me. I'm just here for a funeral. I don't mean to offend. No matter who you are, there's no need for any ill will between us.
If you're coming for a funeral, then why the heck are you scared of me?
Whew. Seems he's just your average scaredy cat. He looks more afraid than Paimon.
Did I scare him?
Yep. You should leave the introductions to Paimon. Don't be afraid. We come in peace.
Gods protect me!
He's afraid of Paimon. Come on, man. She's the size of a toddler.
No. Stop freaking out and stand still. Relax.
Relax. Yes, whatever you say. Please stay your hand. Don't come any closer. I mean you no harm. Don't touch me.
Okie dokie.
Hey, Paimon already said nothing's gonna happen.
I can't believe he's scared of Paimon. Yet the butterfly flutters away. Start.
Was it something Paimon said?
I don't know.
Go after him. He might do something stupid.
I'm just chilling here with this squirrel who doesn't seem to mind my presence. Oh, there it goes. Funeral, huh? Oh. Wish I could read that.
Director! There's a ghost after me!
Oh? Don't get too excited. These are clients, not ghosts.
Why in God's name do you work at a funeral parlor if you're afraid of ghosts?
Exactly. We said we're not ghosts. Why won't you calm down and let us explain? Although, clients doesn't seem quite right either.
Forgive me. This is one of our new undertakers, Mung. It's his first time working a funeral, so of course he's afraid of his own shadow.
Mung, my bad.
Funeral. Oh, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor! Zhongli is a consultant there. They deal with this stuff a lot, right?
Oh, you know Zhongli? Well, that saves me a lot of explaining. I'm Hu Tao, the current director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, responsible for, trifling matters having to do with immortality. A satisfying trade to be in, though, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is well known around town. Whatever the request, I'd be glad to hear it.
I don't think we fall into the client category.
Yeah. If we were looking for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's help, this is hardly the place we would come to.
Ah, but you see, I wasn't referring to clients in the business sense. Everyone who enters this mortal realm will be a client of mine. Sooner or later.
Well, that's dark.
I mean, it's true, though.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor welcomes advanced reservations. When you choose us, you'll never have to worry about what might be around the corner. But be sure to book the right date. Pro tip, it is a living nightmare trying to get flowers at short notice.
Try and die at a reasonable time, please.
Speaking of dates, if you're struggling to decide, please do come and talk it over. I'd hate to see you still alive and kicking when your big day comes.
Slow down.
If you aren't booked for your appointment, we'll assassinate you to make sure it fits.
There's a lot to unpack here.
It all sounded very bizarre.
You'll have to excuse her. The director is a rather unique individual. Allow me to explain. We'd heard that there'd been some supernatural activity at Wuwang Hill. To restore calm here, we performed a funeral ceremony. It went very smoothly. According to the director, we shouldn't be expecting any more issues in the near future.
Oh, it was... The only ghost I know of so far was... that girl looking for the book. Is that who you're talking about?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, Wuwang Hill, funeral. What more is there to say? These three belong in the same sentence. You two, on the other hand, have no business coming to Wuwang Hill. You being here is not normal.
Me being in this world is not normal. Also, what's special about Wuwang Hill?
Maybe your understanding of normal isn't quite normal.
I'm here on an adventure.
Adventure? You must hail from the Adventurers Guild.
Well, I don't hail from there necessarily, but...
Then you are one of our distinguished clients. Would, to be precise.
Huh?
Wood? What do you mean?
That's just how we gauge our clients' importance. We have 4 levels: wicker, bamboo, wood, and marble. The higher the grade, the better we'd like to get to know you.
It's what you're gonna make my coffin out of.
But I've just only heard of this.
Well, that's because I only just thought of it. Oh, don't look so shocked. Oh, take a look. Our adventurers spend the whole day scaling mountains, clearing domains, and smiting enemies. Danger and peril are their bread and butter. Clients like these deserve better treatment. Taking an interest in their daily lives will ultimately benefit not only them, but also me.
Charming. How subtle of you.
Oh, touched a nerve, did I? I'd have thought any adventurers who dare come here would be used to conversations like this. Anyway, I have a favor to ask. Recently, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has been trying to strike a business deal with the Adventurers Guild. With you acting as an intermediary, it would be so much easier.
I don't want to take part in your business. What's in it for me?
Let me think what I could offer you as a reward. Or perhaps there's a favor I could do in return?
Join my party. You're a 5-star.
Ah, we're looking for someone. We've asked a lot of people, but nobody seems to have a clue where they are.
This seems like something right up my alley. I can even inquire with the ones who no longer speak for you. You see? Helping me will be worth your while. Come on then, my able assistants. Let's get down to Liyue Harbor and do some business.
When did we become your assistants? Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The ones who no longer speak. Oh, did she mean talking to the dead?
Probably. Who else?
She's a weird one.
Anyway, probably gotta go back to Liyue Harbor for that. Let us go. But yeah, why are you working at a funeral parlor if you're afraid of ghosts? Okay, where is this funeral parlor? Or no, she's at the Adventurers Guild. I was gonna say, I've never actually known... Stop running! Why is there a delay where the funeral parlor is?
Ugh, you again. Look, I told you, we're not interested in the kind of cooperation you describe.
I mean, funerals are expensive, Catherine, so like, I know it's not fun to think about, but getting a discount or what have you on a funeral preparation in case somebody does die is actually a really good deal. Like, just throwing that out there. A company that provides health insurance or life insurance is good benefits, good deals. Funerals, oh my god, even if you get a light one, it's thousands of dollars. You want this deal, please. And this is Len, not Catherine, my bad.
Come on, there's no reason to get upset. Look, one of your members is an avid supporter of my proposition.
I have to agree, I really genuinely do.
Oh, since our last negotiation, I've come up with a new proposal, which I think you'll find has far more benefits for you.
Like, even if you work a desk job, like, something that offers insurance or coverage for life policies? Yeah, I'm on board.
First things first, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor will prioritize the Adventurers Guild requests above all others. You'll also receive 100 of our signature wooden coffins for free, together with your first order. That's not all. We also provide an on-site cadaver collection service covering almost all regions in Liyue. Now, we do charge a slight premium for a very small number of especially dangerous areas, but don't you worry about that. I promise you, it's still very affordable.
In other words, if you die someplace that's hard to get, like the Geovishab Den, we might have a small upcharge to fetch your body, but we'll do our best. But yeah, actually, free coffins. Oh my gosh, coffins can cost thousands of dollars. That's good. Body collection. That's good. You want to haul it back yourself? I don't think so.
I don't think you're hearing me.
I don't think you understand how expensive these things are.
Okay, alright. I get it. You want to bargain a little more. But our offer as it stands is already quite a good deal, don't you think? Just think about it. An adventurer's life is full of unexpected threats. It's only natural to take precautions. Mend the roof before it rains, as they say.
Precautions or not, like I said, it's good for any business to have these types of policies offered. Lan, why are you anti-union?
Yeah, no. I'm not so sure that saying applies in this context. Speaking of precautions, I'd rather focus on keeping my adventurers safe in the first place.
Yeah, okay, but why are you anti-benefits?
It's time for you to go. I have to attend to other matters.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, what would you say to a group discount? 30% off for parties of 10?
Director, please, you did your best. We don't need another clash with the Millilith.
If Paimon understood all that correctly, it seems like she's trying to sell them the funeral parlor services.
Yeah, she is. What's wrong with that? I side with Lan on this issue. This will get us nowhere. I don't side with Lan on this issue.
Yeah, nothing left to do here. Let's go back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
And good morning, Oath.
Rejecting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's their loss.
It really is. It
Some
really
things
is.
are inevitable. It's only a matter of time.
Lan, I bet you don't even offer dental. Anywho. Let's actually... Do we get to go there? Why the hell would you pass up discount funeral services? I know it's not fun to think about, but oh my god. You're gonna regret that later.
Seems like the old ways are the most reliable after all. Mung, are you done preparing our promotional materials?
My apologies. I'm only about halfway through. Do you really think they will be effective?
Trust me, they're going to work wonders. This marketing strategy has been used by Wangsheng Funeral Parlor for generations. Clients in need come to our door and write down their commissions on blank wooden tiles. Then they squeeze those inside the parlor through the crack under the door.
Interesting.
I fulfill the requests written on each tile to make sure our clients are satisfied with the service, no matter if it's an obituary, cremation, or funeral that they seek.
That is true. We do give people confidential paperwork that they get to detail what it is that they want going forward.
Although, it is a bit of a hassle with the constant back and forth. If only we could burn them by the batch.
I mean, depends.
No, Director, I'm not asking about the wooden tiles themselves, but about the special offer they advertise.
Didn't you say the wooden tiles should be blank? Special offer.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor should keep up with the times. Just think about it. If we don't attract new clients, we'll be left with nothing, won't we?
Not necessarily. A funeral parlor is always in business so long as people die.
Business development is a crucial element of every prosperous enterprise. I've been trying various marketing strategies ever since I became the director.
Though it is true that you do try to find the best practices to fit your clients. It's never an easy way to say that, but trying to find what people want for themselves as they pass on, I mean, offering different options is a good idea.
I put up posters just like all the other shops, but the Millilith promptly removed them.
Why?
Then I organized the Wangsheng Visitors Day, but no one showed up.
Actually, the funeral parlors here, they do have visitors days as well. You get to check out the homes and see if that is something where you would like to host your family's funerals going forward. The people that run it are really, really nice too, and they are fantastic at Halloween. I just have to go off on a tangent here. They're fantastic on Halloween. It's run by a couple who also live in the same building, and They do a couple's cosplay every single Halloween, and they're amazing at it, and they also give out full-size candy bars to any child that has enough guts to go up the stairs and actually go in.
Well, that doesn't come as a huge surprise.
And finally, I discovered that the traditional ways are the most reliable after all. I took inspiration from the wisdom of previous directors. So now, I go from door to door looking for people and organizations willing to cooperate. Just like during our visit to the Adventurers Guild. That's what I mean by business development. The other method I'm trying is using the wooden tiles as coupons. Just by writing things like, buy one get one free for the holder of this tile on them.
A little too on the nose, but offering discounts in other ways is wildly appreciated, but gotta be a little subtle about it.
What do they buy and what do they get?
A solid and durable second home, of course. Well, they may not need it right away, but they can be sure that when they do, it will still be as good as new. It won't start deteriorating before you finish doing so yourself. That's the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor quality guarantee.
I don't know what to say to that. No wonder you're on the middle of the radar. Why? She's not doing anything wrong.
All right, Mung. Keep adding those special offers to the wooden tiles. The future of our business depends on it.
I'm still not sure this will work.
Oh, I get it. You think that our special offer is not comprehensive enough, right? It is true. I was offering all kinds of great benefits to the Adventurers Guild because they are a new client. But in doing so, I neglected my old clients. You're right. It's unfair.
Well, the thing is, new technology comes and goes. We can't cremate old buried bones, and we can't offer cremated patients new liquefying technology either. So we can only offer what we have best at the time, my dear. It's not your fault.
Let me do some market research. Wait here, my faithful assistants. I'll be back with you in a moment. It shouldn't take too long.
Paimon already told you we're not your assistants! Guess we got dragged into somebody else's business again. Let's look around while she's away.
At what? The morgue? The mysterious Wangsheng Parlor. Investigate the Wangsheng Parlor surroundings while waiting for Hu Tao. You just liked all the dialogue options they give you? Yeah, me too. I totally disagree with a lot of my characters' reactions to these. These are normal questions that need to be brought up and thought about, even with the estate planning firms that we work with in our own hospital. Yeah, you gotta talk about death. Especially if you're going into a major surgery or you are in hospice. It's something you gotta talk about. Where do you want to go after this? What would you like your preparations to be? Who do you want to host them?
Director's new hires.
Not us. We're just very curious about Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and Hu Tao.
Well, I wouldn't get too curious if I were you. Too much knowledge isn't good for ordinary folk. The director is tactful when it comes to what should and shouldn't be known.
Her? Tactful?
Well, we do have to keep the privacy of clients, Paimon. HIPAA allows me to discuss what options are available. It does not allow me to discuss what other people have chosen and when. Or why.
Healthy body.
A board for hanging Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's wooden tiles. According to Hu Tao, all the tiles should be blank. In which case, the characters on the back of the tiles must be the special offer. And go in. No? So behind this door is Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Never mind. It looks more ordinary than the director made it out to be. Most of them are.
Going. Let's go find Hu Tao.
Yeah, of course it looks ordinary. It is designed to be comforting and familiar.
That's settled then. Write it like this.
If you want something else special, you gotta book it beforehand.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor bumper sale. Buy one, get one free. Buy two, get three free. More for your Mora! I love it. Better than all that lifeless brochure stuff. We want people to feel warm and fuzzy.
Well, you're not going to feel warm and fuzzy, but reassuring is good. And the way she's... I think the worst part is the way she's phrasing it, as if it's implied that people will die, like, in succession, when in reality, a lot of times we actually do offer these discounts, but it's more along the lines of, like, a family discount plan. So if someone passes away, if your family is covered by this plan, anybody who receives our services in the future will get a discount on any further either funeral preparations, burials, cremations, you name it.
But Director, isn't Lifeless the name of the game in this industry?
Regardless of how long it takes. So she just... Her offers actually aren't bad, but she does need to rephrase them.
That's old hat. We're opening up new ground.
Why does Wangsheng Funeral Parlor need to open up? Yes, Director.
Poor guy's given up.
How dare we give people good deals?
Right, we should get going. I am not letting new business escape us.
We? As in us.
Who else? Do you see anyone else around here? Oh, well, you probably wouldn't see them if there was.
Stop adding little afterthoughts like that! It creeps people out.
Just a joke. Sorry. Everything you see is everything that's present. For the moment, at least.
It's good to think before you speak. Comforting.
Lighten up. The way I see it, people make death scarier than it really is.
That is true. I think we really need to be more open about discussing death care, just as we should be discussing healthcare.
What people truly fear about departing this world is suffering and regret. To deal with the trauma, they let their imaginations run wild with notions of ghosts and evil spirits. Oh, baseless fantasies. What we've ended up with is a topic that people are morbidly afraid of talking about. If I don't broach the subject, then Wangsheng Funeral Parlor won't be long for this world.
But I've seen a ghost.
Oh, more approachable and appeasable than you'd imagined?
Yeah. But that's also true in real life. I've seen stuff I can't explain in real life either, but you know what? It was never ultra dangerous or anything.
I wouldn't say that. Let's just say at least it didn't hurt us.
You must have come across a particularly ferocious entity. How should I put this? Most spirits are incapable of harming ordinary folks. The job of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is to guard the border between life and death. One component of this is correcting notions of death and the afterlife that people may hold. Simply put, for those unable to see the border, they're best kept as far away from it as possible. So for ordinary folks, the best case scenario is ignorance of all matters concerning spirits in the afterlife, or even better, a belief that none of it exists.
Then you really don't have any excuse for spooking the heck out of people.
Yeah, it's fun.
You make it sound so abominable. I'm just trying to get them to see the humor in it all.
That's why people think you're weird. I've yet to see the funny side. No, I kind of agree with her.
I never thought you'd be such a bore. Never mind. If you stick by me, everything will become clear. All right, let's get going. Follow me.
Director, wait. What about Big G? Don't forget.
Big G?
Big G? Who's that? We've been in Liyue for ages and never heard that name.
Oh, nothing. Just something Mung's been pleading with me to take care of. Should be a piece of cake.
Where are we going?
To visit an important potential client. I'll lead the way.
What are you staring at?
Oh, geez, somebody's pissy.
Next on the agenda.
Important client. Let's see, Little Woo?
Sorry, who are you?
Hello, I'm Hu Tao, director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Okay, so why would someone from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor be looking for me?
Nothing major. How are you feeling these days? Any aches or pains? You shouldn't ignore them, by the way. Very often they're an omen of something terminal. When we're healthy, it's easy to forget the crushing fragility of life. So, aches and pains, best to keep an eye on them.
What are you getting at? I'm in great health and enjoying life very much, thank you.
Depends. Have you been through any recent medical developments that would prompt her to show up on your door?
Go and find some other poor soul. Goodbye.
Just her abdominal pains?
Why did they get angry? What's wrong with a few earnest health tips?
I mean, she's being a little forward, but it's true.
They're coming from the director of a funeral parlor.
I mean, it's true though. Like, so many times people ignore things like abdominal pains and chest pains, and they think like, oh, it's not that bad, and then they die of like a heart attack. One YouTuber who has been open about it, and therefore I can use him as an example, is like Markiplier and his intestinal problems. He's already said, you know, if they said that I had waited to come in, even though I thought it wasn't that bad, I could have been gone the next morning. So yeah, they advise you to come in, and we do. Please, if you're experiencing unusual pain, come in and see us. If it's nothing, it's nothing, and we'll send you with some Tums.
And you are? Be quick. I'm busy.
Hello there. Would you be interested in understanding a bit about our services at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? I'm not in need of your services.
Hey, never turn down estate planning.
So you're out here looking for new customers? Don't you think this might be a bit of a crass way of going about it?
Considering the funeral homes and estate planning firms around here actually do campaigns about just, you know, be open about what you want going forward. No, actually, we host events. We host events for people to learn about it and talk about it, get comfortable, and plan for their future. It's not unusual here, so maybe this is a cultural divide that I'm hitting a wall against, but I'm with Hu Tao all the way.
Hardly. Isn't this the fashion these days? Bring the service to the customer and all that.
I'm not sure it's every service that falls into that.
Nope, we bring the service to the customer. If you are in a hospital bed or bedbound at home, you can call us and we'll come see you and discuss.
Anyway, please bother someone else if you don't mind.
Another failure. Still, not the end of the world.
I'm curious. Does this approach ever work out for you?
It's never too early to have a durable healthcare power of attorney. Going down. I have one.
I know your face. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor director, right? I'm sorry, I'm really in no need of it.
Don't apologize. Get to know us. We've got a new sale going on. Ever hear the saying, out with the old, in with the new? Well, going out with a bang is the best way to start off in style on the other side.
If you keep talking like this, I'll have to call the Millilith.
No. Okay, relax. We're leaving. But Wangsheng Funeral Parlor awaits your distinguished patronage.
You really don't give up, do you?
Tough crowd.
Are you trying to make me feel better?
Yes.
Well, thank you. Seems you understand me far better than most people.
Not really. This is just getting really uncomfortable.
Business development, please help me find someone.
Business development? Is that what you see this as? Surely you don't think all that was business development?
Then what was it exactly? Traumatization for its own sake?
No. The business development ended after the discussion with the Adventurers Guild. I was helping to find somebody for Meng. You remember Big G?
Rings a bell?
As it turns out, the Big G that Meng is looking for is a ghost adrift in the mortal realm. The three we saw just now were all people I suspected of being followed by Big G. But having seen them, I didn't sense the presence of anything otherworldly. So we just had a quick chat, and I left it at that.
If that was stopping for a quick chat, I wonder what business development looks like.
Why didn't you say so? Paimon thought you had some kind of sixth sense for, people in declining health.
I mean, kinda. You like Hu Tao's dedication to her work. Me too.
Huh? What would I need that kind of ability for? I'm no doctor.
I'm always down for destigmatizing healthcare and anything that comes after.
Were you seriously hoping that the director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was going to start healing people? Or...
Paimon was trying to subtly imply that... never mind. Paimon wouldn't know how to explain subtlety in a way you'd understand.
Then just be blunt.
Well, let's leave that for now and head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. This Big G matter is very closely linked to Meng.
In pursuit of a phantom, talk to Meng at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and find out what happened. Yeah, especially in this world where ghosts are confirmed to exist. I mean, like, do you want it written down in your durable power of attorney? Like, oh, by the way, if I become a ghost, do you want to stay in the mortal realm? Would you like an exorcism? Like,
Next on the agenda.
we discuss other things like that in the mortal realm. If you're incapacitated, do you want to be taken care of or not? By whom? In what manner? Who manages the estate? What type of healthcare would you like to receive? These are all important questions.
I'm back. I'm afraid we're still no closer to finding Big G.
I see. Well, I'm just sorry for the trouble. We've already searched in all the likely places.
And it's better to do it while you are fully abled than to wait too long and do it when you're already out, because we can't do it when you're already out. If you are already incapacitated, we gotta go with the default, even if it's not what you want. But if you make the decision while you're still fully conscious, you get to pick.
Who is this Big G anyway?
And since it's in legal bound writing, people can't go against those wishes. We have to fulfill them by contract.
I guess I should start at the beginning. My home was in the vicinity of Wulong Hill. In my youth, I had a good many friends there. Big G was one of them. We were the best of friends. Inseparable, really. But one day, there was an accident. And that was the end of him. I've never forgotten. Too many memories, I suppose. I often return to Wulong Hill. But recently, after one such visit, I started to feel strange. Now, every night, Big G appears in my dreams. I can't help but wonder, did I disturb him somehow?
Don't we have a scope for that? The little imaginary friend scope. Wonder if it works on ghosts. Sounds like a tall story. That kind of thing doesn't happen. I don't agree with either of these. Can we just hear the poor guy out?
Perhaps. I don't have proof, but I can't stop worrying. I get more anxious every day.
Oh, thank you for the host, by the way, Leo.
How would I ever come to terms with my childhood friend becoming an evil spirit?
That's why he joined Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. In place of a salary, I'm helping him deal with this matter.
You can't do both.
And in fact, what Meng has said is entirely plausible. Spirits on occasion do find a way into our world.
Hu Tao, pay your workers.
But as for evil spirits, I think you're scaring yourself. Even I have only encountered malevolent forces a handful of times.
But are you sure there's no danger? I couldn't bear for him to go around harming people.
You see what I mean? Look at the state of him. If we can't find Big G, it'll eat away at Meng forever.
Therapy?
Those people we found today were also Meng's childhood friends. I thought there was a good chance Big G might have hidden among them. But here we are, empty-handed.
Wang Hill, childhood friends? Seems like we're out of leads.
Sorry, excuse me. Is this Wangsheng Funeral Parlor?
Yeah.
My name's Lo Chung. I've had this awful feeling recently, like something's staring at me.
I feel like we need to put this man into trauma therapy, not... Okay.
Some of my friends and I went to Wuwang Hill the other day on a dare. After I returned home, I fell ill. I've been having recurring nightmares, but the doctors can't find anything wrong with me. I think that it's a curse, right? I've been cursed by a demon.
Say no more. There's no doubt it's a demonic curse, all right, and a serious one at that.
You believe so too? That it's just like they say in the tales of old. The vengeful spirits of the gods who fell in the Archon War return to cast their evil curses upon mortals. And if the curse isn't lifted, it will burn through the body, laying waste to flesh and bone. Oh, what a wretched end! The symptoms I'm having are just like those described in the tales.
I think we need to calm down.
Wuwang Hill? No, I don't think it was a curse. It was probably just Big G.
This is another reason why the parlors have a tendency to serve tea and coffee.
Hold your horses, both of you. There's no need to creep each other out.
Isn't that exactly what you like to do, though?
Yeah, but I do it in a responsible manner.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor specializes in demonic stuff like this, right? Help me. I beg you. I'm too young to die.
They sell salt down at the marketplace.
All right,
You'll be fine.
Don't panic. Leave it to me. You've come to the right person. However, in order to lift the curse, we need a suitable location, and we need to make some preparations. Come with me, my trusty assistants. I'm going to need your help.
I guess I'll come too.
Help him make the preparations first. The incense exorcism, the one I taught you. When you're ready, come and find me. Once we've finished with this, we'll get back to the Big G matter.
It's my issue, but I guess I'll help.
Okay, I guess.
Right. Let's go.
Okay, where are we going? How far are we? Oh, it looks like the place where we did the other thing with Xiao. But yeah, as someone who works with these fields, I might get a little passionate about this subject. My apologies. I've gone off, and I'm probably going to continue to go off. What can I say? I'm passionate about healthcare. And people's ability to receive it. Shouldn't be... Yep, it's gonna be right in the same... That seems to be a common spot for that kind of stuff. Mount Tianheng, what's with you and exorcisms, huh? Ooh.
So, what mysterious rituals are you gonna perform here?
No ritual at all. We just need to kill some time. Wait, you didn't take all that vengeful god's curse stuff seriously, did you? They were eradicated ages ago.
So why are we here? Picnic?
You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed, and the other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. It's hard to reason with them.
It's a slightly different spot than Xiao's, yeah, but it's just ever so slightly in.
Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark.
This is where he watched the lantern, though. That's probably why I got it messed up.
I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. If you want to calm them down, you need to convince them with something tangible. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes.
Sounds like that might work. If you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old.
Isn't it better to tell people the truth?
You're onto something. After all, we're only afraid of what we don't know.
Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person the truth will improve the situation instead of exacerbating it. What I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who
It's
believes
true.
their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary, our fix will also be make-believe.
Makes sense. But why would anyone believe that it's a curse?
Sometimes people just take the easiest and but most exciting option.
Do you know the history of the Yaksha?
I know some bits and pieces.
They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle that engulfed the whole world in darkness. Although the gods were defeated in the end, their resentment persevered. That resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading, purify the air, and burn the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of these practices were, you guessed it, the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Yep, that's one of the main reasons for funerals as we know them. A lot of people in Western society see them more as like a final send-off, but in reality, in a lot of cultures, funerals are just that, the eradication of further spread of disease. They don't hold the same weight in every culture. And that makes people really uncomfortable to talk about.
Paimon didn't see that coming. Really?
Yes. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague was completely eradicated. We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restored the balance between life and death. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead.
That's what you meant by guarding the border. Never knew Wangsheng had such a long history.
So when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that the ancient plagues were real, or it would incite panic.
True.
Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show. This leyline monolith will make for a really great prop.
I was wondering what that was there for.
You're finally here! We just finished our preparations. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It'll absorb the curse inside you and cause it to take a physical form. But don't worry, the traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our safety.
Doing the dirty work again. You failed to mention we'd need to fight.
Oh, right. I forgot to tell you. It'll be fine.
Will that really solve my problem?
Trust the director. She might look like a weirdo, but she's serious about everything she does.
She looks great. Mind yourself.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive or disarmingly different? All right, let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant, please activate the device.
Alright, in pursuit of a phantom, protect the leyline monolith and fend off enemies. What we got?
Is it really possible to materialize the curse?
And yet it's hilly churls and not something else. Really? Good job, Ren. Wouldn't they normally go, oh, hilly churls? Then again,
Access denied.
some people will believe anything. Anything.
I'm counting on you!
Cool. Okay, let's just get these out of here. Bugging me.
No, my sword.
We're bullying hilly churls again. We really are. Hilly churls always get the short end of the stick. We literally summoned them here to beat them up.
No touching.
To be a pretend monster for a long dead curse. Come on, you.
No
Stop that.
touching.
Okay, it's the last one. Let's just... Stop.
No, my sword.
Oh, these characters need more talent books.
Forth, my blade. From whence you came.
If it was a real exorcism, we would want to bring Chongyun.
How are you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Yes, I feel more invigorated than ever before. I'm cured. I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help. If it hadn't been for you, the curse would have taken my life.
Great. In which case, I guess now I can tell you
That you need to stop eating spicy lotus poppers before bed.
You've been pranked.
What?
This exorcism device, people like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old ley line monolith deceptively effective at attracting monsters. And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery?
The curse wasn't real? Then why was I sick?
Cold.
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess, but I'm leaning towards the last option. Wouldn't be the first time in my career.
Yeah, same.
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that, but still, I'd like to thank you.
Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time, but I can't do it over and over again. So I'd appreciate it if you try not to give in to superstitions in the future.
Yep, the placebo effect goes both ways.
Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Wow, what a weird thing to say. I shall head back. I'm sorry for troubling you.
I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, unless he crosses the border, there will be no end to his antics. Since we are done with the matter at hand, can we resume our search for Big G?
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Big G?
I didn't mean to bother you. Any of you.
This is Big G? He's just a child?
Yeah, they said he died when he was a child, so yes, he will be a child.
Oh, well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when he left this world.
That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard the name Big G.
Well, he was probably big 20 years ago.
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. We have much to do.
Okay, time to go exercise a ghost? Question mark? I don't know, stick it in the notes. And if you change your mind, that's another thing. You can always make amendments. So long as you're living and conscious, amendments are allowed. Let us go. But yeah, it's not just the preparations themselves. Sometimes just soothing the hearts of the people who've experienced loss, that's part of the job too.
After all that's happened, Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore.
Didn't expect to stumble upon Big G just like that either. So Big G's not an evil spirit?
Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world. It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back.
This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh?
Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone. A few days ago, some people came to Wangsheng Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they'd come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed one of them back and ended up here.
Ah, it must have been poor Luocheng that you followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence. Now we know what caused his nightmares.
I was discovered?
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Why didn't you come looking for Meng sooner?
Yeah, Hu Tao and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor, and I got lost in the city.
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself. We always had to lead him.
So, all of this was just because you got lost? Why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit? Don't you think it's much easier to find your way from up above?
I can't. It's too high for me. I'd get scared.
That's right, yes! He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill.
He's scared of heights, and he's already dead.
You haven't changed a bit.
Good thing they didn't call you tall. Gee, oh my god, that's rude.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, my only choice was to hide.
Not supposed to show yourself to the living. What is there, a ghost society here?
I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the Leyline Monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wangsheng Hill, and we should be done and dusted.
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Wu, Mumu, and Songzi.
Well, if that's the case, we can't let him down. We'll ask them all to help us prepare a farewell ceremony for Big G. Meng and I will escort Big G back to Wangsheng Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize each one of them during the ritual, then come and find us.
They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe we can take Big G to them.
That's not a good idea. I don't want to scare them.
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. The less they know, the better. So be careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes.